When the pandemic hit, I started hiking into my town's 2 river bottoms, checking on the homeless people who live there. My goal was to look for the coronavirus before it had a chance to spread, and treat minor injuries to keep everyone out of the ER until the worst of the pandemic was over. I had no idea what I was getting into. Each river bottom is several square miles, covered in a maze of unmarked trails. I was constantly getting lost. The individual tents are often hidden inside dense vegetation, full of poison oak. If someone doesn't show you the way, you'll never find them. And even if you do figure it out, the homeless community is wary of outsiders. If they don't know you, they usually won't answer. I tried bringing sandwiches and fruit. That helped. But I just didn't have the time or money to prepare dozens of meals each day. In desperation, I posted a message on my neighborhood next door app, asking for help. The response was overwhelming. Within 3 days, I had more food than I could carry. Everything from fresh-baked muffins to hard-boiled eggs. But I was still spending hours trying to organize dates and deliveries. That's when Terry, one of the people who responded to my post, stepped in.
One thing I'm good at is organizing, and so when it just sort of started off and it was obvious to me it was going to be more than just a few people, I thought there needed a way for this to be organized.
She set up an app, and within a week we had over 30 neighbors making 50 meals a day. They called themselves the Baking Brigade. And just like that, I was welcome everywhere. Turns out, almost everybody likes homemade brownies. But I wondered, what would make a bunch of strangers spend so much time and effort helping people they're never going to meet?
Why am I doing this? Oh, it gives me a good feeling in my heart.
There's a selfish reason, because I've been extremely frustrated since I'm a retired nurse, and I really haven't been able to do anything to really put with hands-on help. So this way I'm indirectly, through you, helping get some kind of health care for those that are less fortunate than we are.
Now, both of us grew up poor, Anne particularly. And okay, this time the chicken's coming out. So having the means to be able to help people, we never could do that before. We couldn't do that when we were kids.
Paul and Anne went even further.
So when I told our pastor about this, he was very excited about it. He said, "Send me the receipt. We'll reimburse for the groceries for anybody participating."
Paul even does the shopping and delivers the ingredients. Meanwhile, I was getting to know more and more people in the river bottoms. And they were starting to trust me.
Sorry. Would a brownie help?
Their pets?
Hey, it's not.
Not so much.
I don't blame you.
Okay.
I was realizing what a vibrant community this is. And incredibly generous. They were constantly giving me gifts. And I wasn't always on my own anymore. Rick, a local engineer, started showing up every weekend with bags of oranges and hiking in with me. That wasn't the only change. The Baking Brigade's brownies had morphed into something much healthier.
Gluten-free orange quinoa zucchini muffins. And I think the longer that this has gone on, which is about 5 weeks now, I think everybody just like making things you would make for your family members. Voila. We have breakfast burritos. You know, more and more people are making very, very healthy sandwiches. And it's really been interesting to watch this transformation of people.
A lot more was showing up than just muffins and sandwiches. Socks, flashlights, shampoo and lotion, protein drinks, and the all-important soap for washing hands, and medical supplies. That's when they changed their name to the Beyond Baking Brigade. Terry even built a street sign so that everyone would have a proper address.
Main Street, civilization, bringing order to the chaos of the river bottom, at least for a day.
In late April, I started getting a lot of questions about the stimulus checks, so I asked around if anyone knew a lawyer who might help. The next thing I knew, Jennifer showed up.
Figure out a way to maybe get a mobile hotspot so we can connect all of the residents with the actual database and the form to fill out online.
That was far from her only talent.
You don't file taxes and you don't receive SSDI. We've talked to a bunch of people who are also receiving.
She eventually set up shop every week near the entrance to the camps.
So one of my absolute favorite things has been hearing their aspirations of what they want to do with this check. Yeah, come on over. Transportation has been a big one. Fixing up a car, because that was a prerequisite for a job they just interviewed for, was one that I heard last week. Definitely a lot of people have said they want to relocate themselves, and this amount of money would be a way to do that. Take off my mask and glasses, okay. Can I put them on my head?
There you go.
Yeah.
Back when I first started hiking in, a lot of people warned me that the camps were dangerous. And late one afternoon, a tourist did get mugged on a nearby beach. After that, the residents in the river bottom insisted that someone always walk with me. In truth, I was more worried about them. Outside the camps, the virus was spreading. Because they have no way to wash their hands, they're much more likely to get it. That's when Rick decided to build them a hand washing station. He found a recycled container, and his friends donated the fixtures. I asked him why he kept showing up week after week.
I never thought I would be happy doing it, but it's fun and rewarding. Just getting to know the people was pretty amazing for people that don't have much at all to give so much back. It was kind of humbling. Need a wrench.
And then one day, Melissa, a total stranger, asked if she could join me. Of course I said yes. She's a nurse and passionate about working with homeless people.
Okay, love. We'll see you in a couple days.
I've never seen anyone make friends so fast. She's fearless. Can make anybody laugh. With a heart big enough to fit every living thing inside. Once she invited Sean to join us, we never got lost again. We have so much fun together.
All right.
I can't remember what it was like to do this by myself. It's the last thing I expected when this all started. I've made so many friends.
Hey, Karin, you get the wind blowing through your hair. I know you're smiling out there without a care, walking down the path road of life. There goes Karin.
It took a pandemic for me to realize how many extraordinary people live all around me.
You can't live your life just for yourself, or you're going to be kind of miserable.
Try it. If it doesn't feel good, you're not going to keep doing it, but I guarantee you this will feel really good. Yeah.
The thing is, we're all part of a family, and family looks out after family, especially when things are not going well.
These are my neighbors. They've been here all along, just waiting for me to take the time to get to know them.
Bob said, don't worry, no, don't worry about a thing. He said every little thing was gonna be alright. Bob said, don't worry